Vroid Studio. Alright, so it's been several years since this has dropped, like the software has dropped, and I've been using it for a very long time. On my old PC, which I do not use anymore because these stupid freaking Dell computers, they just like, it's a bunch of stuff wrong with those computers, and I don't recommend anybody buying those. Okay, so this is my favorite software to use. If you've been on my channel, you will see my various creations I have made with this this software, making 3D characters. I've made like a bunch of cartoon characters and anime characters with it. It has like these plain anime features on it that most people are like used to. They don't want like, well, they don't, it's not they don't want, but it's not a bunch of eye choices for people like me who don't jump in this type of anime style, you know. So I gotta make my own eyes and stuff and adjust everything basically. But I've been messing around in Vroid and I have improved. I have improved over like a long time. Okay, so when I first started using Vroid Studio, it was tough. I didn't know how to make the hair. I didn't know how to make my model appealing at all. It just looked very, it just looked like your first digital drawing, but it's on a 3D model, you know. And that's fine, because when you first start creating stuff, it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to come out the way that you imagine. I thought my model was going to come out looking great and stuff, looking like how my character looks, but no, I realized that it takes time and you gotta learn the whole software before creating stuff that actually looks good, you know, going out of the bounds to make your model look like how you drew them on paper. So after like a couple of years, I really gotten better with Vroid. I've learned how to create hair. I've learned how to create different eyes from like the regular generic eyes. I learned how to make my own eyes, learned how to make my own noses and stuff, and adjusting the body parts, and everything looks, well, for the most part, everything looks like how it's supposed to look. You can even make the heads like a lot more bigger than how far they want you to go when adjusting the head. You can make it even more bigger than that. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys some of my Vroid creations I have made on Vroid. So let me show you guys. Okay, so this here is Princess Peach. You can tell by the dress and the hair and the eyes. This one I made a couple of months ago, like a while back. You can tell that I have not, well, you don't know which eyes I have used, but I made my own and stuff. I went out of my way and made my own. All the stuff, all the resources I used was like inside of the software, and the extra details like the crown and the earrings, I've created those. I adjusted the dress and stuff, and that's what I got so far. Now ask yourself this question: do Vroid have eyes that looks like Princess Peach's eyes? The eyebrows, do they have accessories, built-in accessories that look like this? No, they do not. You have to go out of your ways to figure out how things work, and then you can put it together and any one of your models can look unique they don't have to use the same freaking eyes that they got in Vroid. You can create your own eyes and put everything together. You can, like, once you learn how to put stuff together, your models will eventually look like how you want them to look, and you'll be able to like go around stuff in this software and create a bunch of different characters without actually like going out of your way to download stuff. Like there's this thing where you can download Vroid accessories, and you don't always have to download them if you know how to make them your own self, you know. So I'm gonna show you another model I made. So let's talk about Vroid models that might be complicated to create. Okay, so here you see a character. Well, this is Sasha from the Bratz franchise, okay? So you would think creating something like this will be like complicated. Well, no, not exactly, because if you know how to draw, you can create anything in Vroid. You can create lots of things. She doesn't have the same eyes as the anime models. I mean the anime as the anime models that you often use. Like the first model, she doesn't have the same eyes as those. It's because, well, I adjusted it and I learned how to work around it, and this is my outcome. You can always, like, I don't know if people know this, but you can adjust the eyes to the point where how you want them to look like. They don't always have to look like regular anime eyes. You can just like go out of your way to create your own version of the eyes. You can edit them. You can edit them the way that you want them to look. And the only way you're gonna get better at this is if you constantly like create and learn different, you know, techniques while using Vroid. That's the only way you're gonna learn, and that's how I taught my own self. This model, there's a lot of things about this model. Okay, so her head is much more bigger. You can adjust the head in the settings. You can adjust, well, you can adjust the body as well. But the major thing y'all is so like impressed by when it comes to a model is like this is how does it look exactly like the material, like the reference material, not the reference material, but how does it look exactly like the reference I've used to create this model? Is because, well, when using Vroid, you have to think like an artist, okay? So the back story behind this and like the creation of it, how it came out like this is because I am an artist and I know how to like draw different things, even when looking at them, you know. So yes, I've drawn the lips on her face, I've drawn the eyes, and I put the makeup on there myself. But it's not gonna be always an easy process. It's not gonna be an easy process for like if you're a beginner. And like the eyeshadow on her face is not something that you would get on the side where it says face, or the lipstick isn't something you'll get if you like go to the side and look on the mouse. The lipstick is not gonna be there. You're gonna have to create your own stuff along the way, and that's what makes this model so interesting. But anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Everybody will find their own way when creating 3D models with Vroid. Anybody can do this though. You just gotta take a lot of time and learn how to put things together and like work Vroid in your own way so that your models can come out unique and stuff, and you will be impressing other people when you get used to creating Vroid models. You probably didn't know this, but when I first started using Vroid, I couldn't have, well, when I first started using Vroid, I didn't know how to make stuff like this. Like my first model when it came to Boma, it looked terrible, and I'm gonna show you guys. But this is the current model I made of Boma, and it looks similar to her, right? But what really stands out to you guys when it comes to this model? The eyes. Okay, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. All this stuff I had to work around. Like, I had to work around the eyes and the nose and the mouth, like all the creation parts that's on the side, like the left. I had to work around that stuff. I had drew the eyes, I drew the nose, I drew the mouth, the accessories. Yeah, you're gonna have to learn how to create various different stuff inside Vroid, because like if you think that using like all the basic stuff that's in Vroid is gonna make your model stand out, then you know, good luck with that. And if you're happy with using those, then that's fine. But if you want your model to look very interesting and get people to like really look at your models more and just be impressed by them, and want your models to look like exactly how you imagine, then you're gonna have to learn how to work Vroid and pick up some different techniques. Because if I didn't pick up the like techniques to make this thing, it would just look like a regular generic anime model, which I didn't want. I wanted the model to look exactly like the character, so you'll know what character it is, and you know, the likeness of the character will be familiarized among many different people. I'm not an expert in creating Vroid models. I'm just on my own level. I'm not an expert. I've seen a bunch of people who create Vroid models with like better outfits that my characters have on, you know, because the outfits that I create on Vroid is the ones that I manually draw on my own self. You know, I just change the settings and then I just draw them on. The accessories is stuff that I made, and I'm not gonna tell anybody how to make accessories. You're gonna have to watch a tutorial on those and, you know, figure it out along the way, like I did. If you guys are interested in me creating Vroid tutorials, then you can leave a comment. But back to what I was saying, the hair is difficult to make as well. Getting the right length, you know, adjusting it and putting like laying the hair down on the face, and then like measuring out the length, making it equal on different sides and stuff, and making sure the base of the hair is not shown or nothing. You can have the base of the hair shown and stuff, but for the most part, we don't want that to be shown. And it's all light blue right here too. You can adjust the hair color and stuff. Like you can change the freaking like the highlights and stuff. You can edit the highlights and stuff. Since her hair is all blue, I'm going to tell you how you can do that. You can go into the hair settings, and then like if you pick a certain color right there, it's a setting where you can like draw on the hair, and then like you can use the exact same color that you have for the blue, and then the hair will become like mostly the color without no highlights. But you know, it's something that you have to remember when creating Vroid models. I'm going to show you one of my bad Vroid models. Alright, so this Vroid model is from my early days of using Vroid, when I didn't know how to use it that well, and I didn't know how to do like, and then I had to do the hair, and then I had to make the face and stuff, and make the clothes the best way that I want them to look. And this model does not look good, and it looks plain, and you can tell first off the hair looks bad. You can see like the strands of hair and stuff. The face doesn't look that interesting. The eyes is alright, but it could be better. The plain expression it has on the face, the skin color isn't bad at all, but the hair stands out. You can just see the pieces of hair on this model and stuff. And I really think the body is unproportionate. I really do. And the face, like the eyes is alright, but it could be better. It could use more detail and stuff. It's just this model is just not what I wanted it to be at the time. And I can go back and like edit this model if I wanted to, but I think I want to keep it like this just to remember where I started from, like how it started. I have like much more models that looks like this, like bad models and stuff, but this one right here, this is my early Vroid model, so it doesn't look all well at all, and that's fine too, because it shows how far I've gotten when using this software. You know, it's not always going to be easy in the beginning at all, so you're gonna have to like be on it, like keep on it and keep experimenting and just hoping to grow along the way your Vroid process. You know, this is a fun software. Alright, so this is the last model I'm going to show you guys. This model here is something I made a couple of months ago at the middle of 2023 probably. It doesn't look that good either. You can see the strands of hair. You can really see the hair. The hair is just not well, it's not well put together, and you see the headband is just, you can tell that the headband is in the middle of the hair. The hair is not really connected. The face looks kind of bad and such. The face looks bad, the hair looks bad, and the positioning of the headband. This model is alright, but the face and the hair could use a little bit of work, but it's not that bad, and it just shows how much that I've grown in the last couple of years when creating Vroid models. Though my current Vroid models are not like on an expert level, they don't look as bad as they did like that last model I showed you, and this model isn't that bad either, but it could use a little bit of work. And it just shows you that, well, I'm not perfect either when it comes to Vroid and stuff. I just like using the software and just creating a bunch of 3D model characters, you know. And I'm not done growing with this software. I'm going to continue using it and see how far I can get. I think that young artists should download this software and take the time using it and creating your own models and see how far you'll get, because this is another form of art as well, and it can help you with your skill and stuff, help you get used to creating stuff that you've never created before, and you know, change your mindset about art and stuff. It's fun, and I just love seeing everybody's different models as well. So I hope this video made you interested in creating Vroid models, and on my channel there are shorts containing my Vroid models as well. You can check those out. And this has been my experience while using Vroid, and I hope you artists out there take the time and just like go crazy with creating Vroid models, because it does help with your artistic journey. Like, subscribe, and leave comments, and I'll see you guys later.